Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing live golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
Rich in history as they can, keep it the same way, but the same way is boring. We all know that, especially guys like us who have been watching live religiously now. I think that is the most important thing. I think setting it up with some sort of team aspect, even if it's not, like I was having this conversation the other day with Rush. I feel like it might not be a season long thing, but either at the beginning or the tail end of the season or both have some sort of team competition, right? That goes along with whether it stays as part
Isn't
of
that the Ryder Cup though? Sort of.
Yeah, but that's every other, 2 years each one. So having that integrated into the regular season, I think would be something that's really neat. Not outside of the regular season, like the President's Cup and Ryder Cup are currently.
We'll follow the money, right? So we'll start following the money. The leagues that are making the money around the world are all team-based leagues. All of them. NFL, NBA, sure. Major League Baseball, European Premier League, F1 racing. Every single major sport is a team sport. How long before you go somewhere do you pack? Does it matter how many days you're going to be gone for that you start packing sooner, or do you always wait until the morning of or the night before?
Night before
every time. Are you going for a month or a day? Night before, no doubt.
Do you put things in your checked bag in the morning though? So if you're checking a bag and you have to put, I don't know, a full tube of toothpaste because you're going to be gone for 10, 12 days, or some
maybe the cell phone charger. Wake up in the morning, unclick the phone, throw the charger in the bag.
So no bags in the car the night before.
No way.
No, I'll make sure the car, if we're taking a trip in the car, I'll make sure the car's cleaned out and stuff like that. But
yeah, pre-check the car.
Yeah,
definitely not bags in the car though. Come on.
No,
they're rolling with me.
Do you weigh them ahead of time?
I have. But what is it, 50 pounds most of the time?
Yeah, it's 50 pounds.
Yeah. I've been close, mostly my shoes. But I got a shoe bag everywhere I go.
Dude, I'm a fucking boss. I just pay whatever it is. Just put it on the fucking plane.
No, you get your bags paid for because you served, and we thank you for that.
Actually, no, that was just when I was in, not since.
Oh, come on. United, American Airlines, Delta, fuck you guys. Give the veterans at least a free bag on a flight. That's horseshit.
Yeah, no, they don't fucking care. Only actives.
Okay, well, at least they're doing something. Matt, I've been on vacation with you. You are a 52-pound bag, and you get to the counter, and you see that it's 52 pounds, and then you're scrambling to put shit in other people's
take
backpacks.
Out a pair of shoes, give them to a small kid in the airport.
I don't know why you need to bring all of your dildos with you. The butt beads, you can buy lube there. You don't have to bring it with you.
Batteries are heavy.
Carry-on. Those are in the carry-on. You never know when you'll need them. By the way, I know we're not talking about this, but Tommy Fleetwood's about to butcher his one chance at winning on the tour we don't speak of. This is so.
I don't know, Kitten.
I hate
it. We're about to all be in bed together, so it's not going to be so much. It's just going to be our brothers over in Papa Golf Alpha. It's there's still going to be rivalry, yes, and we're going to get just knuckle deep into it today, but if from this point on it's going to be an interesting way there. It's not going to be so antagonistic, really. It's just going to be more one side of the road than the other.
So who's currently winning the Saudi financed Canadian Open?
Here we go. As Fleetwood, here we go. His putt.
This makes for terrible.
No way.
This makes for terrible YouTube
content.
Did he make
Missed it by an inch. So he's gonna. he's got to tap this in to go in a playoff with Nick Taylor. Who cares? Come on.
No, it's another Sunday where Rory choked it away, which is great.
Rye, Hatton, CT Pan. Come on, nobody wants to see that.
He's got a lot on his mind. He's one of the board members making the decision for Papa Golf Alpha moving forward.
How amazing!
Yeah, he's making up the new logo for LIV. That's what he's doing.
If you live under a rock and you somehow found our podcast, I have no idea how. Thank you. We cover golf.
Must have misspelled something in YouTube.
Live golf, not the same as LIV golf.
We'll take it.
We'll take it though. Yeah, we'll take it.
Thanks for the search.
Yeah, the PGA Tour and the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia came to a deal, and every one of your favorite or unfavorite golf podcasts had an emergency podcast this week and tried to backpedal, tried to spin it, tried to tell you that the PGA Tour is going to be the one in control or that team golf is great after 18 months of saying the exact opposite. And so to those podcasts and those shows, fuck you all. Foreplay, no laying up. Yeah,
we threw it right out there.
I'll throw it out there. They're frauds, man. Like they tell you, it's incredible. Like they only know what their PGA Tour fandom, who's got the tongue in their butthole, is feeding them. They really, truly don't even have an opinion for themselves, which is terrible. Like at least watch the LIV Golf League and then tell me that you don't know anything, that you don't enjoy it. Don't tell me I don't know the names of the teams and then say team golf sucks. You're an idiot when you say that. It's such a fraudulent thing to say. And now tell me about morality when every single golf event for the rest of your lives are going to be funded by the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Everyone.
And just to be fair, it is not 100% funded by the Saudi Public Investment Fund. It isn't. It's just a large contributor. But this is just the foundation of what could be. There are plenty of other countries in the world that have public investment funds that could see this and be like, hey, let's get in on this. I mean, it's successful. It's making money, and it's making money for the people that live in that country. You know, is it fair to say that the guy who's a trash collector somewhere in Saudi Arabia, why is he in charge of some of the shady things that they've done? No, he's not. If you want to talk shit about the royal family, by all means, we talk shit about our political elite all the time. Fuck those people. Like, I hope they all get cancer. Fuck them. But the key thing is that, you know, this public investment fund is a way for the country to make money for the people that are investing in it, for retirements and stuff like that, little kids to grow up, for them to be taken care of. It doesn't have anything to do with the political dealings of the country. And this could be an invite for other countries to say, hey, I mean, the United States could do that if they fucking wanted to. Invest billions into sports to make money. And, you know, shit, we owe a fuck ton of money to a lot of people. We almost had our debts called in on it. Like, it doesn't just have to be them. And act like there are, you know, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, listen, it's money. Money talks, people listen. It's always the way it's going to be.
And all money's dirty. And so we've said this from the beginning, all money's dirty. You take any dollar and follow it back, it's been in a stripper's butthole. So every dollar bill, every Saudi, I don't even know what they use. Chris, you got that? What do they use in Saudi Arabia?
I mean, shit.
Damn. I really thought you would know that.
When I was in the Emirates, I used U.S. money. Everybody took my money. I didn't have to exchange shit. It was nice.
Right, so the real point is, though, they're going to form a group, and there's going to be a board who makes the golf decisions. And on this board, apparently, none of this is finalized, but all the information we have right now on this board, there'll be 3 guys from the current PGA Tour not-for-profit, which is bullshit. Not-for-profit, yeah, okay. Just a tax number. Those 3 guys plus the basic chairperson of the Public Investment Fund, Yasir Al Sharamarana. Sure how to say that. So those four guys will do this thing. Let's be honest. Who do you think is going to make all the golf decisions? The guy with like $680 trillion, or the three dudes who he pays?
And the other thing is too that they seem like the direction everything's going to be headed is to have separate leagues, but everybody be under the same umbrella so that everybody makes money. Because let's really be honest about this year for Papa Golf Alpha. They've bled so much money between increasing the purses for all their players, right? That's expensive, number one. Then they've been spending a obscene amount of money in legal battles with LIV.
$50 million is what Jay Monahan puts that at. $50 million this year.
That's a lot of money for Papa Golf Alpha. That's a lot of money for them. So to be offered an opportunity to stop bleeding funds, keep their way of golf the same, and just, and then obviously be a bunch of cunts and backtrack on as long as I'm the commissioner of Papa Golf Alpha, nobody that leaves for LIV will ever play in a Papa Golf Alpha tournament. Like, yeah, well, you're going to backtrack on that now, because some daddy's writing a new check and you're going to cash it. It just makes the most sense.
Mac, how would you set this new endeavor up? If you had the chance to set it up, now you've got control of every single major golf league tour. How would you set it up to make the most money and to be the most interesting and entertaining?
Well, I think the most watched and most anticipated, outside of the majors, golf events are President's Cup, Ryder Cup, formats where it's team play. So I feel like keeping the team aspect in some sort of fashion, I think it needs to stay. I think bringing people that are like, oh, I'm the PGA Tour guy, I don't want to watch the LIV stuff, hasn't really given it enough of a chance. But I think team golf brings out a whole new fire for golfers. I think that aspect of it needs to stay. I don't know if it's going to. I don't know what they're going to figure out and what they're going to end up putting through, but I feel like I think that would be a game changer. I know that's not the PGA Tour way, right? They want to keep it, all the things you read, they want to keep it as rich in history as they can, keep it the same way, but the same way is boring. We all know that, especially guys like us who have been watching LIV religiously now. I think that is the most important thing. I think setting it up with some sort of team aspect, even if it's not, like I was having this conversation the other day with Rush, I feel like it might not be a season-long thing, but either at the beginning or the tail end of the season, or both, have some sort of team competition, right? That goes along with whether it stays as part of
the... Isn't that the Ryder Cup, though? Sort of?
Yeah, but that's every other, 2 years each one. So having that integrated into the regular season, I think would be something that's really neat. Not outside of the regular season, like the President's Cup and Ryder Cup are currently.
Well, follow the money, right? So we'll start following the money. The leagues that are making the money around the world are all team-based leagues. All of them. NFL, NBA, sure. Major League Baseball, European Premier League, F1 racing. Every single major sport is a team sport in some aspect, whether they have individual competitions that are happening in those sports like F1 racing does, or whether they're strictly team sports like Major League Baseball. They're all team sports. And the people who make the most money in those team sports are not the players. They are the owners of those franchises. And if you can give guys like Phil Mickelson, guys like Tommy Fleetwood, just to throw out a name that you're talking about, anybody on Colin Morikawa, let's say, you give these guys an opportunity to start their own franchise and make generational wealth. Not that they don't already have that, but even greater generational wealth for their families, and get these sponsors on board, Titleist, TaylorMade, Ferrari, banks, whatnot, and make those sponsorships sell your sport. It's good for everybody, including the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, including the PGA Tour, Everyone makes money.
Like, imagine having that ability to trade mid-season, have all that stuff that you have in other sports, trade deadlines and being able to rack up a certain amount of points throughout the season. Like, that's awesome. Like they do now, but in a team format, being able to have those owners and team names, and I think it'd be so awesome. And I bet you the PGA Tour players would get on board and love that. But is it going to come to fruition? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
of
what
course they
aspect
will,
of the
because
team will.
they'll be able to make more money.
Sure. It always comes down to money.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that kept a lot of players out of going to LIV was, well, A, not being invited, but B, that Papa Alfalfa kept saying, well, if you leave, you're not coming back. Now that everything is going to be under the same umbrella, they won't have that holding them back.
Yeah, I mean, the guys who, well, you don't feel bad for millionaires, but you do feel bad for the guys who aren't millionaires, who maybe could have made an extra couple bucks coming over to LIV, but decided they wanted to be the loyal PGA Tour guy and be.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for a Rory or
no.
Whoever, John Rahm. I don't feel bad for those guys at all. They make plenty of money inside and outside of golf. It's the guys, like you said, that have to pay their way, pay their rental car, this, that, and the other thing. Those are the guys that it sucks. If they had any opportunity to go and they didn't, they tried to stay loyal to Jay Monahan and the PGA Tour. Those are the guys I feel bad for.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, because when they all merge somehow, however this gets merged, there'll be like 40 golfers making, $25 million a year without even having to compete in an event or whatever their contract says. And then there'll be like 100 golfers who are probably just as good as that 40th best golfer on LIV who don't have a guaranteed penny. And how is this new organization going to unite that type of atmosphere amongst their, entertainment pieces? They're, the guys who are there to sell their product, they need to be happy too. So there has to be some kind of way to make it up to the guys who, didn't go because for whatever personal reason they chose not to go. So anyway, excited to see what rolls out. This is obviously way at the beginning. Nothing's even finalized. This is just, an agreement that they made so that the PGA Tour didn't have to open their books in front of the world and see that they've been cheating on their taxes for the last 60, 80 years as a nonprofit organization, making millions of dollars and paying $0 in tax. We all know that. So they couldn't afford to fight the fight, and they didn't want to be caught with their pants down. So they made a deal. Duh. Money. Anyway, Mac, how was your golf?
So last time we spoke, I said I was playing Todd Jackson.
Yeah, Todd.
One of the better golfers in the area.
Big time fan of the show, Todd.
Phenomenal day I had. It took 18 holes, but I beat him.
Nice.
I beat him. It was awesome. But what I didn't know about this tournament, because I've never made it this far, right? I made it to the Final Four, which was amazing, right? Huge accomplishment. I was ecstatic. I was pumped. So last hole, so I had to make, okay, let me just tell you the last two holes real quick. So we're all square.
You're square going, you're on 17. Okay.
We're on 6. We just finished 16, which is 7, which is the par 3, right? Yep. So now we're on the hole that you have to hit out, or you can get up top if you really bomb a drive. Tees are playing back. We're all square after 16. We both hit to the same spot, little 9 irons, 8 irons to the bottom of the hill. I pull mine left to the left side of the green. He has it's there for the taking. He pushes his to the right. He's like just behind a tree on top of a hill, has a clear pop up to the green, hits it past the hole on top of the hill. Now you know that green, everything comes hard forward. I was off to the left, just off the fringe, chip up, leave myself, 25-foot putt. He putts his down the hill. It's super slow, just gets to the hole, creeps over, and starts rolling back down towards the fringe. So now he's got about a 13-footer uphill. I pushed mine past about, 10 feet. So I'm up. I was about 15 feet. I'm up first, drain my putt.
Oh.
Little baby fist pump.
What a big.
Forces him to make the putt.
He's got to make the 13-footer, yeah.
Just rings it. misses it, right? So now I'm up 1 going into 18. Downhill par 3, as we know. I put mine short, right? I used the pitching wedge. I did not want to go long. I figured I'm up 1.
Can't
don't
lose
play
the ball.
Stupid.
Yeah, can't lose a ball here.
I'm thinking in my head, par. You just got to get par.
Yep.
He hits, skies the green. Over the green.
It's over.
Hits the back edge, goes into the woods. Finds his ball, tries to hit out because I'm taking an unplayable there means nothing.
It means it's
Tried
over.
to hit it out. I felt terrible, though. It was awful. Hit the reeds, hit it again. I chipped up to about 15 feet. He conceded, roll over. So what I didn't know, though, was I thought we had to play again Sunday. We had to play another round within half hour of finishing that if you made it to the Final Four. So I'm going to use every excuse in the book. I hadn't eaten all day. All I had was a time to eat a protein bar. I was shot because we were hammered drunk the day before all day at the outing. I have excuse after excuse.
Withdraw?
I played what?
You withdrew?
No, of course not.
God, I thought you were about to tell us you withdrew.
No, so me against Dan Hannon, great guy, great player.
Congratulations.
He probably
Dan.
doesn't think I feel that way because I was in go mode and I wasn't very friendly the whole day, especially when I lost. But there you go, I lost. So we went we were all square through 15 holes. Through 14 holes. I lost 15, 16, 17, and that was it. So I lost 2 up in the end.
I mean, that's still a good showing.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed. I actually shook hands. I did kind of a scummy thing. I look back on it now. I shouldn't have done it, but I actually took my hat off and went to go shake his hand when I still had a chip for birdie to continue on, but I knew it was over. And he's like, no, take your chip. I'm like, nah, it's all right. And I was just so frustrated because I had a couple really bad shots in a row, just so exhausted. I couldn't even swing the club anymore. You got to think about it. When you go 35 holes, how many swings is that? 160 swings? 150 swings? I was done, man. Plus played the outing the day before. I lost. I was out of gas. But anyway, I chipped up. I almost actually made it. But that was it. So yeah, I didn't make it to the championship, which was today, but came in 4th place. So pretty happy about it. Had tons of birdies too, and I used a new putter on the outing, and a new putter, and I'm never changing it ever again.
This is ridiculous.
I'm never changing it ever again. I'm done. I found it. I'm good. I finally feel I'm done.
This is episode.
The grip was back. I'm back, baby. I'm back.
This is episode 27. This is your 12th putter. You've only played 8 rounds of golf. This is the 12th putter you've used this season.
It's probably true, but I'm good now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Jerome, did you play golf?
Played Dinsmore on Tuesday and last night. Shot 43 on Tuesday and I shot 44 yesterday. So working some stuff out, feeling really good. Chasing that break 90 this year.
You're gonna get there, definitely. Your scores are too lumped together to not have a 6-stroke swing one way or another.
Yeah.
One last thing before you tell us about your round. I'm sure you did well. You ever hear of Tacoma irons?
No.
Okay, check them out. I think they're made in the Netherlands or something, but they're super cheap because they're direct to consumer, right? You can't get fit for them. You can't go hit anywhere in a store. But I've been watching YouTube videos for the last 2 years on them, right? And no, just hear me out. And I've been looking at them, dude. They sell 4 or 5 different models, right? They have your hollow body player's iron, right? Which is the 101s. That was their first ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the 201s. They're similar to like a Srixon ZX7, right? In that range. I'm really thinking about just getting they're so inexpensive for what you get, right? Fully forged, beautiful. I might take a gamble on them and just try them. Worst comes to worst, because you can't get them, because you can only get them direct to consumer. They still sell on Facebook Marketplace and eBay for basically what they go for, because it takes it's a 10-week time to get.
They're just gonna sit in your garage after you use them for 2 rounds and suck with them.
It's okay.
They're just gonna sit in your garage. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's
You're
okay.
hitting the ball fine. You don't need new irons.
Look, I sell 1 putter, I pay them off. Done.
Did I tell you guys about my the time I got sick on the course?
No.
Yeah, so that wasn't my last time out, but I think it was the time before. A couple guys, we went out to this place up in the country somewhere, and it's actually called like the Augusta of South Carolina, because hole 12 or hole 13, excuse me, is a measurement replica of hole 13 at Augusta.
Like Snooki.
Yeah, it's not
Princess of Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, it's not Augusta.
Right.
But anyway, so I got up in the morning and I didn't feel too hot. Like I didn't drink or anything the night before. I just kind of had like a little bit of the its. And so I grabbed like a green drink, those like green drinks. I didn't want to put anything real solid in my stomach because I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
a buttered roll would have been great.
Yeah,
but no, he goes with the green drink.
I went with the green drink.
He's gluten sensitive, so
yeah, I went with the green drink and like a protein bar, and I got in my buddy's car, and we started driving up there, and I got the gurgles, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna have to take a shit when we get there. It'll be all right.
I've never had those before.
So we get there, they go to the range.
You literally I go shit on my lawn, Jay.
I go immediately to the shitter, destroy it. I'm like, I feel like a new man. Go over to the range, hit a couple balls. We get on the first tee, hit one right down the middle. We're driving up to my ball, and we're bumping along. I'm like, oh my God. This isn't going to come out the bottom. This is coming out of the top. I feel like I'm going to throw up.
Really?
So I said, John, don't mind me. I'm just going to walk over in the woods, and I can put my fingers down my throat. And I got to get it out. I got to get the
better
poison
than putting
out.
them in the other end.
Oh, you got to throw a digit sometimes.
I got to get the poison out. It didn't even take. I barely touched my tongue. Projectile vomit, right, other thing, right. I come out. I'm like a new man.
He'd be real popular in prison.
I'm a new man again, right? I'm ready. Chunk my 9-iron. End up making a bogey. Whatever. We go on to hole 2. Play it pretty well. We get on the third hole. It's like, you don't look so hot. I didn't even get the word throw up out of my mouth. I think and I had to lean out of the cart.
Yeah.
Spray down the
food
fairway.
Poison?
I don't know, because I felt better after that. And I played a couple more holes. You don't want to give up your round of golf because you threw up twice. And I didn't even drive. Like, this dude drove. So we're on the 7th tee. It's a par 3. And I'm standing over my ball. It's like 134. It's 134 yards. Greens, the pin's tucked in the back left of the green. And I pull up my 9-iron. Stand over the ball, and I look down at the ball, and I think, I'm going to fucking throw up on my golf ball right here on this tee. Hit a beautiful shot within like 18 inches and puke right there on the tee box.
Jesus.
And I went, pick up my ball. I'm done. Round's over.
That was it?
That was it, man. I only played 7 holes. I was like, I'll just go sleep in the clubhouse.
What was the cause? Do we know?
Don't know. Felt like garbage the rest of the day. Next day, I felt fine. I have no idea. Yeah, never. You guys have seen me. I've been shit-housed on the golf course with both of you. Never threw up. I've been hungover on the golf course with both of you. Never thrown up. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was that green drink. That's what I think. Do those things expire?
Yeah.
So you felt great.
This one was from a gas station that probably had expired green drinks, I imagine.
You woke up feeling okay?
That's what you get for buying a green drink at a gas station in South Carolina.
Yeah. Are they supposed to be refrigerated?
Yeah.
Well, that might have been the problem. Yeah. All right. Real quick. U.S. Open. I won't be here. I'll be in Hawaii. I'll be watching it from the fairways in Kauai.
Humble brag.
Good for you. Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. A bunch of live guys going. Jerome, how many live guys?
There are 11 live golfers. You got Brooksy, of course, Bryson, Dustin, Johnson, Kamer, Mickelson, Cam Smith, Joaquin, Answer, Peters, Pereira, and Patty Reed.
Pereira. Not bad.
I think it's like
a nice lineup.
Is that all of Torquay? I think so.
No.
Carlos Ortiz.
Oh, yeah, he's in too, right?
Yeah, those guys are in it. Carlos Ortiz and Sebastian Munoz. They got to be in it. For sure. They're definitely.
Yeah, I think they are.
They're top 50 guys, top 100, whatever. They're definitely in it. Anyway, I think all of Torquay is going. Mac, you got first choice here. U.S. Open pick. Liv pick to finish the highest Liv golfer. He's gonna pick Brooks.
Oh, this is for our thing.
No, it's not for our thing. It's just,
I'm taking Brooks.
It's just for fun.
I'm taking Brooks. His U.S. Open history is yes, Brooks.
Rum.
Wow, you're letting me pick next?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Cam.
Wow. Okay. Don't hate that. I'm taking it's on the West Coast. It's in LA. I'm taking Phil.
DJ. Oh, taking Phil. Oh shit.
I'm taking Phil.
Phil's an East Coast guy. We love him here.
He loves those courses out there. You know how well he plays in California. He always plays those courses well, and that's kind of like his home away from home. He's an Arizona guy. He's not East Coast guy. He's fucking Arizona guy. But yeah, I'll take Phil. So we got Phil. Who'd you take? Cam. Duh. I mean the faces of Live Golf. Duh.
Pretty much.
All right. If you guys made it here to the end of our show, Roman's gonna tell you what you gotta do.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. So please hit the follow button, hit the bell in the corner, get notifications of when we're posting. Please feel free to comment below. Let us know what you want to hear about. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're playing. And thank you so much for listening. Check us out on other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are we on Facebook?
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Wait, we're middle-aged housewives?
Let us know what you think about the merger. Curious to see what you guys think.
Yeah. What are your notes? Oh,
are you a PGA guy or a Live guy? Did you just stumble across our podcast? We want to know.
One more thing.
Yeah.
The Saudi American currency is the rial, and they're subdivided into 100 halals.
Halals?
That is just
cool.
Stuff you can only find out here.
And it's worth 27 cents on the dollar.
Nice.
Get out and play some golf.
Yeah. Aloha. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.